Here we are, 2 weeks out from the end of the season. Can you give me one word to describe your season so far?
Exciting. I think when you are chasing something, and the beauty of this is when you work to try to win. That's the joy, to be in that journey when you are trying to win. And I'm really enjoying that. And part of that is, feeling belief that you can do it. Without that, there is nothing else. So we really believe that we can do it. We are right on it, and we just want to do our part and wait. And we are trying our best to win the Premier League against, in my opinion, the best team in the history of this competition. What else do you want?
You said it in there. You said if I'd said to you, 2 games left, you'd take it, you'd sign right now. 89 points you might end up with. You've taken 4 points off Manchester City. It seems almost inconceivable that you won't win a trophy, but that's where we find ourselves. And that must be still quite hard to get your head round.
But that's why when you describe the level of opposition, I think you have to be very conscious what you're doing. But again, it's our inspiration. When you have clubs, managers, teams, players at that level, that's what it makes you deliver better things, probably things that you didn't expect. But when somebody is pushing you that far, you have to follow that route, and we are determined to try to follow it and try to be better, and that's the aim.
Does the best team lift the trophy? And the reason why I say that is you've topped every stat going this season, and you might still not end up with it.
I think so. At the end, 38 games, the league table doesn't lie. The margins can be super small, and in football, you know what a margin can be decided, but that's the level.
You said you needed to be near perfect, and you have been in 2024, haven't you? 14 wins, 1 draw, 1 defeat. And I just find it incomprehensible you can be that good and still not win a league.
Let's hope that we've been that good and we're going to win it. And that's the way I want to think about it. Because as you said, we've done so much, which is very difficult to do in this league. And hopefully we've done enough merits to win it.
And if it isn't to be this year, how special is this group that you've got? It's surely just a matter of when, isn't it? Not if.
The joy comes in the journey. And again, I repeat myself, but it's the people, it's the players, it's the club, it's our supporters. It's just a joy to be part of this, And that willingness that everybody has now to be better, to improve, and to win.
But you want something tangible for
and
that
then
special
you want
journey.
And then you want, because when you fight so hard, and everybody does, to be fair, every opponent, every club try their best, and we are no different. But you feel like, you are so close that now you want to grab it.
You mentioned the journey that you've been on. At United, 2 years in, Erik ten Hag's had a very different journey. And we've spoken before about how close you felt to the edge and maybe not being here at times. But the club stuck with you and they were patient and they're being rewarded now. What would you say about holding on to a plan and a vision and seeing it through and not necessarily changing direction?
Well, I can only talk about my experience and my journey, our journey. I know why they did it. You have to give them a lot of reason. And you have to win, and we won. And people sometimes forget that we won a lot. And we made some big strides, some big decisions. And then when we started, you compare with other clubs, we're 10, 15 years behind in terms of what they did. So, I don't know, talking about Tech and the coaching staff, I have a lot of admiration. The way they play, what he's done with the other teams, what he's trying to do. I know how difficult it is to prepare a match against him because he's really good, and I'm sure we're going to have a really difficult opponent.
You mentioned the record at Old Trafford. It's a tough one, isn't it? Like 1 in 16. The response that Ten Hag's got after big losses is quite extraordinary. I looked yesterday, they'd lost 3 or more games. They've come back and got points in all but 1 game. And I guess that's the danger, isn't it? You are almost favourites to be going, well, you are favourites to be going to Old Trafford and get a result. How dangerous does that make United on the weekend?
We don't prepare the game with any of that in mind for sure, but not this game, any other game, Full respect for the opponent, You always think that they're going to be any opponent at their best on the day, and we're going to have to be the same.
And what about you? You said when you tried not to talk about yellow cards recently.
One to go.
One to go. I mean, how hard is that going to be? There is no way you do not want to be pitch side on that final game. I know you don't want to talk about it, but it's tough, isn't it? You're just going to have to rein yourself in.
Yeah, for sure. And as well, control yourself, control the emotions, and make sure that nothing like this happens.
And just very finally, we know that you bought Havertz. We know you spent a lot of money on Rice. But if you win the league, is it down to Win? And did you get Win a good birthday present yesterday?
Well, you have to invest in the team. You have to improve your squad. We certainly have done that, and yeah, hopefully the reward is to win. That's why we made those decisions. And yeah, Win has a birthday party every single day in this building.
I know. I saw. You didn't tell me. I saw her all dressed up in her pink outfit. You didn't tell me if you spoiled her yesterday. Did you?
Yes.
Good. Good. We'll go well on the weekend.
Great. Thank you so much.
And don't get a yellow card, because otherwise you know what's coming next Friday.